Welcome everybody to the weekly update, South Park Phone Destroyer weekly update for week number 32 of year 2. Appreciate you guys being here. Welcome in. Pegs a lot. I am Yen, Outcast, Gandhi Floss, Def Cereal, Rusty Whore. Welcome in, Capium, Tattooed, Patriarchy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to have you guys here. Def Cereal, welcome back. On this one, Amazing Junk, what's up? This stream is gonna be, or this weekly update's gonna be shorter than most weekly updates because they're running behind on the weekly update this week for the developer update from Redlinks. So we won't have that part of the stream, the dev update and the changes and anything like that that might be coming. But the weeks have been typically the same. We'll be, getting pretty much the same events, and who knows what this weekend will be. So my guess is we'll get an update tomorrow. It's possible that today is some sort of holiday and Toller is out or whatever it might be. Maybe she's out, PTO, whatever it might be. She's probably got she's got other stuff going on, I guess, and couldn't get the update out. So we'll look for that tomorrow, and I'll probably speak on it a little bit in the comments of the YouTube video for this. Blame Canada indeed. So we'll see what that looks like tomorrow. But today we'll just do the normal stuff for last week. We'll look at the results, we'll look at the games, and then we'll look at the deck. Look at the deck for next week. But let's start with last week. Last week was a close week altogether. Free to Play Whale getting the 3rd place this week. Unfortunately, just by 1 win. We did have 1 disconnect this week, which is unfortunate. I know Dire Tide's only loss was 1 disconnect as well, so they had a potential perfect 5700 if not for that disconnect. We all had pretty much the same deck, so there wasn't really too much difference. That one disconnect, we had 1 legitimate loss, and then that 1 disconnect, if we wouldn't have had that, we actually would have gotten the 2nd place. So it's unfortunate. Long weekend, yeah, probably. It's unfortunate, but what can you do? It's as competitive as it gets when 1 loss gets you 3rd place versus 1st place. So I don't really know what they can do other than just like change the leagues to have less total people in gold. I mean, you'll see in the games I played like I think I played a 5,000 this week. It's like there's people that just shouldn't be in gold. That it shouldn't be the top. They shouldn't be in the top of the game. Whether you're talking Hearthstone, League of Legends, whatever it might be. Like these people are not Platinum League players. These people are not Challenger Master League players, which is what you'd call the top of the top. And the difference, the problem is that they kind of went into it with the idea that we have these different leaderboards. We have bronze, wood, or is there a wood even? Wood, bronze, silver, gold, and then we do the same things for the Team Wars, except the difference, and that might make sense because that's how you can break it up. But when you look at Legend 6,000 versus 9,000, it's just completely different. It's completely different games. Like you could get to 6,000 Legend right now with a pretty terrible deck, like as far as levels go. All you really need is a couple level 3 Legends and some decent Hey Red Viking, do you have that game? I'd love to watch it. What was I saying? I completely lost my train of thought. Remind me. I don't remember. Anyway, well, the background looks really weird right now. I like it. Something about you liking dick. Oh yeah. Okay, so the dick comes in after. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's just too bad that I think it's partially an issue with the point system where you just have that one Hey MRA, thanks for the raid. You just have that one, I don't know why Chef didn't pop up. Probably a good thing. You just have that, like, you know, 114 points per person isn't really that big of a difference. Like, imagine if you could get 1,000 points per person and it mattered how many bars you lost. Maybe it mattered, I don't like putting time to it though, like how quickly you got the bar. I don't like that. So maybe, I mean, maybe it's different. Maybe you could go like, maybe you can keep playing Team Wars until you lose. You know, like maybe you can keep getting win after win after win and keep putting points up to, let's say you get 10 games and you get 10 points per game. So you get 100 or something like that, where you could have differences in score where at the top of the ladder, instead of being the difference in score being, you know, 50 times 114 versus 49 times 114 and 113, and that's what makes the difference, because it's so easy for the top to get the wins nowadays. I think what you need to do is you need to change how you get the points. Like, imagine if you could play Team Wars until you get 3 losses and you get 10 points per win, no matter how many wins that ends up being. And if you if you never lose and you can just keep playing and playing. Am I doing the update stream tomorrow? No, I'll probably just update the video comments when I post the video. So I think that would be interesting, but at this point you can't really change the scoring, I don't think. I don't think that's what they're gonna what they're gonna decide to do if they change, but that's what I would do. I would restart it, you know, like you get a whole week of build up for 3 games possibly. It'd be nice if it was, maybe if it's 10, maybe it's 10 total, 10 total wins that you can get. So it's either 10 wins or 3 losses, whichever comes first. I mean, that's not crazy to, you know, then people would have to play Saturday and Sunday, some people, because they'd have to get some of their games in on Sunday and do some of them on Saturday. I actually don't have my water with me, so you guys are shit out of luck. Hydrate all you want. So yeah, we'll see. I know that they've been talking about changing Team Wars, but you know, who knows what they'll do. My guess is they'll just increase the rewards and add another tier, like a platinum kind of thing, whether that's going to be 50 teams. Even if it's 100 teams, it would still be a little bit better than the current 250 some teams. 11,000 new kids in Legend and Gold. It's just too much. Just too much. But with Illuminati, the good thing here though, Illuminati did take that 2nd place, even though we still had that disconnect that kept us from getting the 2nd place. So they didn't end up beating Dire Tide, which means that my stream breaks. Which means that Illuminati is now 3rd place. Dire Tide is sitting strong at that 10th place though. So they are right there. So when things start changing, I mean, I know that's like 500 points, or like 1,500 points, more like. But I think if things change, then it would take Dire Tide a long time to catch up. If things change, like Illuminati or Chef's Elite or something, you know, they could catch up to us fairly quickly if indeed we're not the top team. What you'd like to see if things change is you'd like to see TMI start losing places. You'd like to see Spain Park for sure. Szechuan Sauce and 6 Samurai might actually be the number like 6 and 7 team. Like that might actually be where they should be. If you had like free to play whales, then Dire Tide, then Illuminati, or Illuminati, Dire Tide, whatever those 3 end up being, then you'd have Mercenaries probably 4th, probably Nambla next, and then 6-7 would be Szechuan Sauce, 6 Samurai. That would be my guess right now in the current standings of things. If you had to go as close to 50 as you could. Casa would have trouble getting to 50, only running 42. How far down is Nambla? I mean, I'm not sure. They're not super far, I don't think. But I don't even know if they're top 20, honestly, because I mean, think about how many weeks that they've gotten 4th place recently because they've been running 50. I'm not sure. I'll pull up the game and check real quick. But yeah, that's, you'd like to see those shape up, and then, you know, Six Samurai in Spain Park could be right there. Casa Bonitas, I think, might be up there still. SP Elites is probably still up there as far as their current players, and then there's probably some foreign teams I have no idea about, some Spanish teams, some European teams or something, German teams or something somewhere that are good, that just aren't, you know, aren't climbing the leaderboard because maybe they're doing shit a little more legit. Nostril sip. Come on, guys, be nice here. Okay. The current Nambla is 18th. Okay, so they are top 20. Currently 87.35 for there, so they're pretty far behind, but not terrible. SP Elites is a little above them at 900. Tidal Wave is 11th actually, so that's pretty cool. They've been running 49 though, probably destroying that bracket. It's funny, Tidal Wave is actually almost above Dire Tide. Tidal Wave has 9539, Dire Tide has 9543. That is really funny. That'll be fun for the title, for the, what is it, New Wave team, for the New Wave coalition to beat the Dire Tide. That'd be pretty funny for them. So they punish teams by deducting points for players that didn't make their run. I don't think they should punish them. Right now they lose 1 point. I think maybe they should give more points for your total points, more crowns for your total points, and that might affect. Because right now, if you're Chef's Elite and you run 48 out of 50, and you win, and free to play wins, then Chef's Elite they lose 2 points. They lose 2 points to us. Well, more than that probably, because let's say they get 5,000 points and they win, and we get 5,600 points and we win. So we get 6 more points than they get, even though they get their, you know, 50 points from the win, or 100 points from the win. So they get 152 points, we get 156 points. So every week, if we're not matching up together and we're winning 2, we would keep gaining on them, but it's not a whole lot. Now, if you made it so that if you were losing 10 points, if you lost 10 crowns, if you lost per person or something like that, then it might be worth something, because people would be like, you know, we're losing 20 crowns every single week because we don't have these 2 people. So they could do something where they change how your winning crowns works, so that if you run less people, you really do get less crowns. So that if you're doing it, sure, you're getting your number 1s, you're getting your number 1 PvP or TVT packs for your team, that's great, but you're not staying up in the ladder and climbing in the ladder. If you're Spain Park going a full 50, you should be able to make up more than 10 points on the Six Samurai that's only running 47, for instance. They need to do something there to help out. But I'm not sure what that is. I really don't know what that is. But it's interesting to see Illuminati. I mean, I'm honestly surprised that Illuminati didn't drop to 48 and try to like match up with Chef's Elite, you know? I'm surprised. Maybe they will this week. I don't know. I guess there's the integrity in running 50-50 for sure. I'm not sure if it's really a benefit to them. I guess it really just depends on, maybe they decide as a team, like, do they care? Do they care? Do they care at all if they're not the number 2 team anymore? Do you think they're gonna lose some people because of not being number 2 anymore? You think there's some people who are like, well, I only played so that one day we would beat free to play, or the only reason I was still playing and still around is because I liked Illuminati and I wanted to beat free to play. And we made that run where we go up by like, what, 300? It was like 300 at one point. Now it's back up to 500, or okay, what is it, 400? No, it's 500. Now it's back up to 500, where it was at one point. I think it might have actually only been 200. At one point, I think it was 200-point lead that we had. So they definitely gave us a push, but you know, they got that 4th place that really screwed that up. So maybe if things change, that'll change. I mean, Dire Tide has been taking a lot of wins, but then like last week, Dire Tide got 3rd place. So it's definitely picking pick and choose. No, what's the word I'm looking for? Touch and go. Every week is touch and go. You never know. It might just depend on the themes. Some teams, you know, if anybody was keeping track of the decks and stuff more and like see who wins during what decks, maybe there's some statistics like peace out, Cloud. Oh, you're back. I got you. Maybe there's some statistics where like Illuminati wins if it's fantasy sci-fi, or if it's Mystic, then that's when Dire Tide does really good, or whatever it might be. That would have been interesting, and I should have really been keeping track of stuff like that. I have this big spreadsheet that has everything, but it's such a hassle to keep track of stuff like that. Like, it's the first year of the game, it's not that big of a deal, but like after you start doing the same thing for 2.5 years, going on 3 years, you just don't want to do it anymore. You don't want to write down everybody's TVT scores, and but pretty exciting. So like I said, we don't have a lot going on this week. I have like such an itch. We don't have a lot going on this week because we don't have a developer update for whatever reason. Albus is on my mouse. For whatever reason. Scar, is it cuddly? Albus is my little boy. He's my little boy. He loves me. When I call him, he comes to me. When I'm laying down here, when I sleep down here alone, he comes and lays down by me. But he's also a little crazy boy. He's also a little crazy boy. Yes, he is crazy. Are you crazy, Bubby? Yes, you are. Yes, he's a crazy boy, but he's also so cute. He's so cute. Not even a little? Yeah, you have Simba, so you got all the cuddly cat you need, man. I'll miss you reading the forum comments this week. Yeah, I know. Maybe I'll do like some mini video just on my own, doing that like on Tuesday or something, and just release that. That would be fun. Rupert, is that your cat's name? Hey, kitty cat. He's so cute. He's so cute. He likes to bite though, but he is an adorable little cat. All right, so let's get to the weekly update games, which is going to be the bulk of the stream this week. Let me pull these up. I always hate how long it takes. I never understood why it takes so long. Cause like it's up, it's sitting there. It just like it takes literally just time. Takes a bit of time. All right, we have a little bit of a gap there we can fill. All right, let's look into Fainter Sky, the adventure lock, taking it on. Now, if you notice here, my Mimsy's only level 4, even though we upgraded him to level 7 on the adventure lock because we only had 3 options. So I was a little bit more even leveled on this one with the Mimsy that was that was only level 4. So I tried to make it fair. And he's able to do it. Oh, wrong button. The Mimsy's able to get the bar. The level 3 Mosquito is not enough to help him out. Let's see how this level 1 Medusa does against the level 3. They should be fairly even in damage since they're like the eco-friendly levels, but maybe it's max level 3. You never know. You never know when it comes to this stuff. But we get the Big Gay Owl level 6 out there. Should be max level 6 too, so pretty brutal. The Coon comes out. Probably not gonna be the choice. No, you know what? I think that's gotta be max 6. It's gotta be max 6. Big Gay Owl, man. In lower ranks, Big Gay Owl was a nightmare. I mean, imagine having a high level Big Gay Owl and you have like your Coon on him like this. Like, what are you supposed to do? And then Big Gay Owl starts actually hitting Coon, which is actually really funny to me. Army of Darkness, Coon and friends. We have that Marcus. I really didn't want to lead with the Marcus because that's like just unfair. Like 1778, it's just not fair. So I tried to be like, all right, we'll make it even. You know, we'll make it fair. We'll see if we can win with base level cards as much as we can. Big Gay Owl was like, fuck you, Coon. You're a big enough piece of shit where I can attack you. What's up, Raptor? Welcome in, Patriarchy. What's up, Known? Welcome in. Glad everybody's here. I think this week we'll do a giveaway for one of the cards on YouTube. I still haven't sent these out. I'm a piece of shit. But on YouTube, in the comments, we'll do a giveaway for this. So if you're watching on YouTube, there'll be info in the comments on how to how to join, but since you guys are watching now, you'll know to go check out the description, and it'll show. I'll probably make you say some specific word in chat or something, because then you can pull a you can pull only the comments that said that word, in case like there's some bot that said, "This is a great video." It sucks, man. There's always these bots that come up to your video and it's like, "Great content. Oh my god, I really loved your video about insert the title here. So informative and awesome. Keep it up." It's like, fuck, man. I get a notification on my phone that they got a comment. I think, oh shit, man, somebody thinks my video's cool, and it's some goddamn robot. It's bullshit, man. It's bullshit. So Adventure Lock had an easy time this week. 41-31 though. This might be fairly fair. I feel like I lost a game this week on this account, but it was like disgustingly over leveled, and it was like, why the fuck is this guy in bronze with like level 4 epics across the board or something like that? I can't remember what it was. And I tried to probably play Imp, which didn't work out very well. Maybe this is my loss. I don't know. I only have 3 games listed. I bet Marcus saves us. I do love the Wonder Tweak though. I wish that he was better. I almost have him level 6. He's running the lava and the hamsters go right through it. It's hilarious. I love it. Jose, what's up, man? So when people say I made a good video, it's just bullshit. Some of them, yeah. Like I'll go onto Drewzy's video and I'll notice like, not a lot, but a decent amount of his viewers are bots like that. Like, or not the viewers, but the comments. He's still got like, you know, he's got 100 legit comments, but he's got 50 comments that are that bullshit. Same with Hayes and all those people. It's very strange. Hamsters are strong at a decent level. Yeah, they're definitely interesting because it's like, fuck, I can't ink in them, I can't rogue token them, I can't kill them with the sound blast. It's kind of frustrating. It's kind of a tough thing to deal with for sure. But lower level for sure, they're not holding their weight very well. But that big gal, man, is all you had to do on this account. And taking that imp for level 1 imp for the funsies. I love playing on that account, man. It's so much fun. All right, let's check out Definitely Not Glanz. Blen on Skank Hunt. Rank 71. If you ever see me comment, great video, no, it's fake. Yeah. Well, what people will do is they'll pay some bot or something like that to say these things on people's channel, and one of them is like a music channel, and it's like, hey, great content, you know, you should check out my videos, and you know, we could collab or something like that. And as like, imagine being a beginning video creator and thinking like, oh my god, somebody wants to collab with me, but it's just this guy's fucking robot that's just going to every single video that says a certain keyword and saying fuck you, like saying fuck you. I mean, it's just annoying, man. People take advantage of that to promote their YouTube video, as if somebody on my YouTube video is gonna see you promoting your YouTube video and being like, yeah, he seems like a cool guy, I'm gonna go check him out. So informative, so wise, this video is top tier. See, that I wouldn't think is fake, but if it's like, oh man, great content, keep it up, and there's like nothing specific, or it does say something specific, but it's clearly just like one of the tags on the video, or something in the comment, or something in the title, or something like that. Well, I just ran over this guy, dude. I just played quick, played fast, and he didn't have shit. Poor guy. Poor guy. All right, you see that green background? We're getting some lucky matchups this time. See, that's just not... That's close. That's closer. That's closer to what they're like. Sometimes it is literally just like, great vid. And it's like, the same guy posts great vid on 5 of my fucking videos. And that's it. He doesn't say a goddamn word other than that. Like, that's sus. That's sus. Kill the Medusa. All right, we both killed each other's Hermes, so neither of us has an energy lead. Kuhn is just unfortunately a fat sack of dog shit. We're gonna use that ability just to get it out and kill him quick so that Medusa can start attacking, hopefully, the level 3. You know, you gotta still play smart down here, you know? Even a level 2 Medusa could end up taking a win with, I mean, shit like Hallelujah out there. Who knows? If you send me $50, I can quadruple your money in 1 hour. Ooh, no, that's a good one. That's a little bit too scammy. It's not scammy. Like, scam stuff is super obvious, but if it's just like weird automated networking, it's just like, what the fuck, bro? You think that I want to network with somebody? You think I want to collab with somebody who doesn't even take the time to come up with a fucking original comment for those who he wants to collab with? Are you fucking kidding me? Who thinks that's gonna work? Who thinks that would ever work? Get that witch doctor out. Oh, that's just trouble. Poor guy. I thought maybe like if my witch or if my pope was level 2, that the Hermes would just one-shot me, and I was like, dude, that would be really funny. But unfortunately, it wasn't difficult this time. To bang! He bangs, he bangs. I love this Team Wars Week 12 video. Great work. Exactly, Raptor. Exactly. That's what it's like. That's exactly what it's like. You could go back in my videos and you could probably just find a couple. Or it's like, you do great vid, let's be friends. Let befriend us. And it's like, Jesus Christ. You can't even translate your scam. It's pathetic. Wow, that level 4, that's just not even fair. And then he pokes back the fast pass. I mean, yeah, Medusa's really the only unholy target, especially after Pope's already out. He does step that right, but it doesn't matter because I'm huge. Now look at the Coon, +1 hundo. I put the Mosquito back there just so the Coon could get boosted. Now that's how you play Coon. Can't get the Jesus heal, unfortunately. But Coon, look at the Coon. Holy shit, incredible. Incredible, the Coon coming in clutch. All right, and then we had, between one of those games, we had me upgrading my Mimsy. All the way to level 6. Because we weren't fucking around. Oh no, I closed it. Rip, where'd they go? We had, what do we have? The main left and Moody. All right, we'll lead with Tweak Cakes 90, 6,800. And we got that level 7 Mosquito in the house. I wanted to just wait here and see what he was gonna do. But he doesn't fucking play a card, so we're just like, okay. Okay. Get to the 240 mark before we play. We're thinking, oh, he's not gonna play, but then he plays the Mosquito. What is that, level 5? He should get 2-shot? No, he doesn't. Almost. Almost. We'll play our Medusa, which I'm fully expecting to get removed. Yep. We'll play our Mosquito, where the level 7 can deal with the top side. We'll just let Mosquito deal. That level 7's gonna be great. We got Jesus to put behind him. Fast pass, maybe. Fast pass, V fast pass. Can we get it on to New Kid? Get the Jesus out. We counter the fork damage there. Ooh, and unfortunately he doesn't hit, but Jesus comes with the lava. General Disarray smoking. That was well played. I think even if he was leveled equally there, that push would have, my push would have definitely beat him there. And now my Jesus comes back and barely heals the General Disarray. Wow. Don't ever let anybody tell you Jesus isn't any good anymore. That was pretty well done. I can't remember if that's the first or second Jesus. There should be some sort of visual cue, like maybe when he comes back he doesn't have a sash or something. I should be able to tell if he's the revived Jesus or not. That's like kind of a gameplay, or it's kind of a design mistake in my opinion. He gets the choir boy. I thought the choir boy would stay high above that when I played him, but he came down when he attacked a bit, which is a little bit unfortunate. Just gonna use that to get the full health. Didn't really have any reason to wait for it. I'm gonna pope it back anyway, so kind of wanted him to force the issue, but we end up killing the Coon anyway. Why? Because Coon is garbage. Coon's a big, fat, ugly, sweaty cocksucker. He's terrible. I mean, that was bad. Like, removing the witch doctor that I just got for free. Just brutal. Let's get that Hermes. Yes, we did hit the Hermes. That means Medusa will be able to easily deal with these guys. Put out that level 7. See if the swarm can get there. We're trying to just finish it out. Jesus is gonna come in, trying to get that range attack just to get. Oh, the disarray comes out and goes backwards. Interesting. Trying to solidify that 114 for the team, and we pull it off. 11 seconds left and HP. Well done. Well done. Well done. Or look like a zombie? Yeah. Yeah. He should be bloody when he revives. Yeah, or at least like the color that the guys are when Pope revives them. Like that weird off color. I mean, I don't see why not. Like, what the fuck? Why not? And then Mysterion, give him a little number above his head. And then make him better every time he comes back. No, that would be too... It'd be too strong. Mysterion's already strong as fuck. Boom, 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 boom. Context is better when emitted? Yeah. Yeah, sometimes it's better. I was wondering if maybe the fast pass would trigger that trap there. That would have been really cool. That should be one of his abilities, like triggers traps when if he goes over it. That'd be awesome. You know what, buddy? If you bought your battle pass, you might be able to beat me. Sometimes I can't remember if it's V1 or 2 when in battle. Exactly. And I wonder if Jesus should be slightly different. Maybe the second time around he has a little bit higher range or something. I just feel like there's a nuance to that card that they could have had. You know, it comes back stronger the second time or something like that. Do the Coon on the, or the Mosquito on the bottom side, yeah. Plus 1 hundo. Lava just chilling. Long play that Witch Doctor. Wow. Asking slot from the programmers. Yeah. Yeah, put that on the Discord. Asking a lot. I gotcha. I do love my slots though. Jesus stopping him from taking the bar. I would have let him take the bar. Peter 7 from member 420. Hey, what's up, Jay? How you doing, buddy? Peter 7. Wah, wah. All right, we're gonna lead with the Coon. We're gonna lead with the Coon and kind of hope. Honestly, what I'm hoping for is the removal. He probably can't remove one of them because of the timing. Oh no, he's gonna BB. Peter 6 is a better player. If the Wonder Tweak would be good, but look at that, it just brought my Coon closer. Like that was bad for him. Wonder Tweak would be better if it did more damage. Like the CC control of it, they either need to make it longer, and same damage wouldn't matter, whatever. It would do more overall damage if you made it longer, obviously, but they need to make the effect longer or wider, one or the other. It just needs to be more crowd control. For 4 costs, it needs to be more effective. It needs to have more of an impact. And then, or you could leave it as it is and just make it do hella damage. Like hella damage in comparison. Like that would be the goal. That would be the goal. All right, guys, here's our game of the century. I was emoting because I'm on SP Elites right now, and I thought maybe he'd want to like trade bars, or like not trade bars, but just sit here and draw. But I guess not. So we'll see how well we do. We got a level 2 Witch Doctor and a level 3 Medusa on this account, so we're not necessarily in the best shape to be in Gold League this week. But we will see what happens. We can pull and kill that flyer, that's important, but the level 2 doesn't even kill him, but the Medusa does come through. Yeah, considering they're in a tornado, they come. Yeah, exactly. It's pretty. It's a joke, man. If we could get that Medusa to kill that Mysterion, that would be ideal. Oh no, both of them get onto the Medusa. Oh man, really unfortunate there. Can we stop? No, we can't stop it. Oh, but we get imped to the imp, which protects our Hermes. That was a big mistake. We play the Mimsy out so that the imp starts chasing. Worked out really well. The new kid just comes barely in time to kill him before he gets out of range. The lava, though, did make Mimsy pretty terrible this week. But if you can get past it, the trap might not hit. Oh, the trap did hit. Sometimes you won't get the trap because of how he comes out of the lava and he looks like he's going like super speed then. 4 damage. And we weren't running. I should have just played the lava right there, but healed him right after the Mysterion hit. It worked pretty well. And unfortunately, though, the Medusa doesn't stay in. The Medusa doesn't stay in the lava there, so we could stop her. The level 2 Witch Doctor just is not enough, unfortunately. If the Witch Doctor was level 3, I think this game would have gone very, very differently. That does hit the swarm up top, so we're in good shape here. The level 5 versus the level 6. Let's see how they work out. Looks like we're looking pretty good. All this energy for just 4 damage, though, is really upsetting, but we'll see if he can stop it. He might be able to. Oh, it's gonna be tight. Can we get there? We did get there in time. 168 damage. The lava from the General Disarray is out front. Oh, Jesus, almost took it. Almost took it. We're gonna lead with the Medusa. I shouldn't have played Mimsy there. I should have waited. We get both. We're playing the lava just to protect anybody that comes. We get the General Disarray on our Mimsy, which is really what fucked us up. If the General Disarray would have gone to the... Ah, that's horse shit! If the General Disarray would have gone to the... We had to do that, but unfortunately... Fortunately, it's just not enough. Oh! Moody! Moody! Uh-oh, here comes our level 2. Not good enough. Our level 5, not gonna be able to deal with that level 4 imp. It's gonna all come against us. I didn't really have a play here. I could have maybe tried to imp tweak or something silly, but my imp tweak was, or my lava was doing great there. 27 fucking damage, dude. That Mimsy hit. That Mimsy hit.
Why didn't we
I don't
take
care.
fucking Marcus?
Yeah, why did we not fucking go Marcus? We picked fucking Mosquito over Marcus, and we didn't even run Coon. What the fuck was the point of that play? If SP Elites would have watched my fucking update, they would have known that I said you run Marcus unless you're running Coon. If you're running Coon, run Mosquito. But otherwise, when you're running Mimsy, and he might only get 1 fucking hit off, maybe you'd want the extra damage from the Marcus. He fucking hit, man. He hit. Like, I saw his fucking fist hit New Kid. The New Kid had his little explosion thing. Too bad. Too bad. Yeah, I would have had a better chance with Coon in my deck instead of fucking level 2 Witch Doctor. Marcus 5. Yeah, exactly. Marcus 5 takes half a fucking bar, man. It's ridiculous. How you wouldn't go... Like, how would you decide Mosquito over Marcus when you didn't even run... You didn't run fucking Ninja either. Or wait, was Ninja a choice this week? Can't remember. No? No, it's this week? It might be this week. Waiting for 2 Marcus copies for level 5 for 5 months. Damn, you should have just requested the 2, man. Would have been done in 2 weeks. I know the feeling though, you want to sometimes just pull it. That's what I do. Like I'll, buy a card up to 1 away and then just wait till you pull it. Cause then you get that, you get that incentive to grind. No Ninja this week, okay. That's hilarious. Look at him pulling the Jesus like that. That's so interesting. And then it switched Imp into the New Kid. and then it pulled the warrior. It's so interesting, man. Do I ever use Sizzler? Yeah, I use Sizzler from time to time. I just recently got him to level 4 on the main account, so we've been playing him a little bit. Not too much, but I play him with Dar usually, get that double stun. It's usually pretty funny, or get the double ninja boost on him, and it's just nasty. But he's this weird card where like there's no real in between. You know, you either get 11 value out of him or he dies immediately. Other than that first stun, you know, that first stun, obviously you always get the value, but sometimes he'll just die immediately after it. And people will remove him too much, you know? They'll put too much effort into killing him early. Put that imp tweak out. Oh, distract him. The Coon had the hits on New Kid, but the imp pulled him away, and the Coon, because he's a big fat piece of garbage, still tries to hit New Kid, and he does get there, though. He does get there. If I would have put the card out a little sooner, though, he wouldn't have gotten it. But I think this push should be good. Don't know how he's going to deal with it. He's got, like, there's no range cards in his deck to kill the imp. Except the big gay Al. That level 2 Witch Doctor gonna come in clutch here. Hopefully Medusa doesn't die. All right, beautiful. Medusa actually gets repositioned perfectly there. Holy shit, that's hilarious. Take that. Oh, don't even get the lava, LOL. Rip. Rip. Let's get that. Nice. The Medusa is attacking the swarm. I wish Jesus reached a little bit further. We could have saved the Witch Doctor. Wreck some shit with him, man. Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, dude. You can take all 3 bars with him if you get it right. It's freaking nutty, dude. You just can't stop him once you get on. If he's got like 6 or 7 stacks, 6+ stacks, and he gets on New Kid, it's fucking game over, man. It is game over. All right, let's get the level 2 on the 3. Oh, Mimsy. This Mimsy won't fail us. Mysterio not gonna do it. See, that fucking is exactly what it looked like. He tried to unholy him. He almost got me. He almost got me. Well, that does it for the games this week. I had another loss on that account, or the other couple losses, but they were just so so unfair levels. Like everything level 5 epic, level 4 legend. So it's like, I mean, I have no chance on that account. But that account never really matters if we win or lose. What's up, Rebel? Doesn't really matter if we win or lose. And it's just kind of a waste of time to watch those. But we don't have the weekly update this week, so we just have the deck to go. Just have the deck to go through this week. So let's pop that up. Oh wow, why is that so big right now? How'd that happen? All right, so this deck this week, very interesting. Dagrius has gotten really lucky with Ninju. He hit level 3. Been playing for 5 months. Nice. They've been slacking with Buck gone. Yeah, my guess is today's just a Canadian holiday and Toller's out of the office. That's my guess. But I would, like, in my opinion, why wouldn't you put it together on Friday then and just release it on Monday? Have it timed to release on Monday. I don't know. That's just me. But yeah, there'll probably be one tomorrow. I might do like a mini video and put it on YouTube of me reading the comments and yelling at some people. We'll see. We shall see. But this week, some decent choices and then some obvious choices for sure this week. The first one is going to be the Coop versus the Purify. Straight off the bat, you're going to try to probably go the Coop. This will be a reset week though, so you have to think about the caps. So the caps for the level 4 or 3 or 5 whatever Coop might break the bank for you this week, considering there is the Ninju to boost up. But that is the only legend. There's just a lot of epics this week, a lot of epic choices. So the only legend, well, I guess Mintberry Crunch is a legend. I guess there is 2 options for the legend. So you could have 2 legends to bust into, but then it's like, it's epics and rare, man. Like, there's no commons even as choices, really. There's rats and pigeons. Like, is that it for commons? I think that's it. And then super fart, I guess, counts. And purify, I guess, counts. But as far as units go, there's only 2 fucking or Labard is there too. It's 3 common choices, that's it. So yeah, you could run purify to save the caps, and you could save somebody from poison. I don't think that's really the choice, but most likely you would knock off the boost from the you'd knock off the boost from the double ninju is really what you'd probably try to go for. That's going to be your biggest that's going to be your biggest, well, yeah, I don't think there's anything else. I don't think you can purify the Mintberry Crunch health. I don't think that works. It might, actually. I don't know. I've never tried that one. I know you can't, obviously you can't remove the DSR debuff with Purify, so I'd assume that would be relatively the same. Because I don't think you can remove the Robin Tweak buff either. So yeah. What are you ninjuing? Almost everything is super low health. Well, you're ninjuing your Sexy Nun Randy or your Mosquito potentially, or you're ninjuing the Leand Cox because there's no real way to deal with the Cox. Even Labard doesn't kill him, unless it's even level. The super fart could, but the poison would be too slow. So you could ninju if you know if they've already used their super fart or their poison, you could drop the ninju after your Leanne just is gonna change 6 Cox or something. But my biggest target would be like Osimo and Sexy Nun Randy. There's no removal on them. If they get that plus 100 attack, plus 78 attack or whatever, give us some of the old school TVT deck setups from the first year they did. Yeah, that would be interesting. Yeah, Ninju gets double Ninju on a Randy would be pretty brutal this week. But then you just drop Leanne in front of it, right? So you have to be careful. You don't want to drop your Ninju load until the Leanne has been played, unless you can, you can separate the push and have one guy up top, one guy in the bottom, which is going to be possible. And then with the Ninju, even if you have the Cox out, you have your Sexy Nun Randy out, he puts a little guy out, you get 2 Cox, Sexy Nun Randy, and the little choir boy ninjued with the Ninju health and stuff back there. That's totally useful for sure. I think Ninju is going to be a good choice this week for sure. But if you're not free-to-play whales and you're not a team that can get Ninju up to level 4 or 5, Randy's totally a good choice this week. You just kind of kill him with kindness. If you want to run City Walk and Randy, you could. Might be interesting. But my choice would be Coop this week. I think the Purify would just sit in your hand too much. You're not gonna probably get the greatest Ninju because people will be conscious that you could have the Purify, so they're gonna probably try to spread out their units as much as they can. And considering the fact that they're most likely gonna Ninju a couple Cox and Randy and shit like that, and there's no real target like the Medusa or anything like that, the Ninju is gonna be very unpredictable this week if there is any. And you're probably gonna run up against Randy anyway. So if they go up against Randy, there's literally nothing in their deck to Purify unless you can purify the chaos stun. Kind of stupid. So yeah, I think Coop's definitely the choice. Equinox, what's up? We got the super fart versus the poison. I don't like poison this week, but I think it might be useful because poison's gonna be able to kill your Bradley, your space pilot Bradley. It might also potentially kill pigeons, which could cause problems. And it could kill, used in the right group, it could kill the rats plus kill the mosquito and the mosquito swarm. Or you could tag, you could kill all the gizmos. You could tag the space pilot and the Randy and get some good damage on him. So there's a lot of use for the poison, but then that super fart is going to be one of the few things that's going to let you deal with the space pilot Bradley push. If they come at you with that push, they got some things. You can use the super fart to push them back, but the problem there is they still might survive. You use the super fart lower level, it's not going to kill those assassins. Your new kid probably won't help them. Bradley probably still won't waddle his way into you, and you're going to have to deal with a monkey that has still has a little bit of health left and might not be getting New Kid hit and might still 3-shot the New Kid real quick. Poison will fuck up the swarm setups. Yeah, so I think Poison might be better. It's not a really heavy week. There's a lot of 3-cost fighters. There's only a couple 5-costs in the deck. If you run Zen, your deck's gonna be pretty cheap. So you might, the 2 costs that you're gonna save might not be important enough. But yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one. I'd lean towards the Poison just to be able to kill the Space Pilot, because you're probably not gonna see Space Pilot leveled very high. The Rats versus the General Disarray. This is an interesting one as well. General Disarray is just a good unit, and with his lava, you could hit, you could hit Dar on the backside. You could hit Amazingly Randy on the backside. You could hit Bradley on the backside. SNR. I never have trouble with Randy, double Randy, when it's Amazingly Randy and another Randy, as long as you have another card to put Randy behind in your deck. And in this case, you'd have Zen or Osimo. So in my opinion, for me playing the game, I don't have any issue playing double Randy in that case. I run 6-element Randy, Amazingly Randy all the time, constantly. It never causes me any issues. I can put Witch and Amazingly Randy out, and then I can put 6-element Randy with Belf or whoever my other range card is. So it works out pretty well. I don't typically feel like they're usable in the same situations. But this week, you don't want, in Team Wars, you don't want to get caught with bad hands. So it's potential that you might not want to run it this week, but the Pigeons aren't exactly a better choice either. For the Sexy Nun Randy. I think Sexy Nun Randy is definitely the choice this week. If the Pigeons got the Bradley boost, maybe we could talk. But the Rats are one of the 2 units, right? That get boosted by the, or 3 units, sorry. That get boosted by the Space Pilot Bradley. The 3 slots, basically, the Hamsters or the Gizmo. The Hamsters don't get the speed boost, but they do the stun. They do like the immediate stun. Gizmo obviously would be good. You get a bunch of stuns off with them, but Gizmo then just dies to the Professor Chaos. So I mean, you could maybe use the Rats to bait the Professor Chaos and then have Gizmo kick some ass. I'm torn between the Professor Chaos and the Monkey. If you're doing Space Pilot Bradley and you're trying to save caps, I think the Monkey might be a better choice. But there's just so much, like the Monkey or the Space Pilot, but the Monkey kills stuff too. Like the Monkey is actually one of the few assassins that actually can deal with Space Pilot Bradley assassins, because one, the speed boost doesn't get past the fact that the Monkey's just gonna start attacking sooner than the speed boost is unit. So the Monkey's still gonna get 1 attack off. He'll probably still die, but he'll get 1 attack off, and then his Death Wish will kill the unit. So Monkey, I mean, if you have Space Pilot out, Professor Chaos is already going to do his stun. So you're going to stun nobody and then use a stun and stun a stunned unit. So, I mean, Chaos is the better card for sure, but in this deck, Monkey might be better, because if you put Space Pilot out and put Monkey out, he's on New Kid very, very quickly because of his range. And like quickly to the point where even if they summon a card in front of him, he might target behind that card because he gets the target quicker. So that one's one you might want to, that takes practice. Like you have to check in practice to see which one of those feels better with the Space Pilot. If you're running Mintberry Crunch though, you're definitely running Professor Chaos. That question is only if you're running Space Pilot Bradley. So in my opinion, I would run the General Disarray without the rats, because the rats are just feed for the Labard, they're feed for the Chaos, they're feed, I mean, they're fucking feed for the Garrison potentially, they're feed for the Pigeons, they're feed for any assassin that's gonna stun them, the enemy rats can kill them, they're feed for the Super Fart, the Poison, they're feed for everything, even the Mintberry Crunch ability. So I think the General Disarray, where you could put the General Disarray, and get the lava on the space pilot, and even though it's a low level lava, it'll still kill him because it's a low level space pilot probably as well. What's up, Cam? Welcome. So that's my guess, is that, but a lot of people will run the rats just so that they have the extra space pilot Bradley unit, but that unit is very easily dealt with in this deck, so I think you're not going to get a whole lot of good out of him. The rats are going to be really good on defense. You drop space pilot, you drop the rats on defense, they freeze everybody, you're going to be able to deal with that push. So this week for sure, because of that defense and the counter push ability of the Dar and the space pilot Bradley, this week you're going to definitely not want to support pushes past your new kid line. You're going to want to, once your shit gets past new kid, you want to wait on 10 energy and don't play anything until you get 10 energy, unless it's a situation like you don't have a choice. Like if you don't support this push, you're going to lose, or there's going to be no time, or whatever it might be. You have to make that decision, but most of the time you're going to want to just wait and get stuff on your side and then counter push into them, and then only support it if it's really going to be you have to kind of decide based on their removal. If in your counter push they use removal, then you support that, like removal meaning like chaos and shit like that, support that push. If they didn't use the super fart and the poison, or if they did use them, support that push. If they didn't use the super fart yet and they didn't use their Zen or their Lian or something like that, don't support the push. Don't put more energy onto the push. It's not a good choice this week. You're gonna walk right into a Lian or right into a super fart pushback that gives them enough time to fuck you up. So, or even like the pigeons on your ass can fuck you up. Yeah, just drop midline. Dar versus City Walk, I think it's pretty obvious that Dar performs better under leveled, and on the first week you're not going to want to level this slot. So the level 2 Dar is going to do just fine bringing back the Ninju, potentially bringing back like the Osimo or the Zen or the Sexy Nun Randy. That's going to be your choice. You could also bring back the Lian, just make sure you're far enough away that you don't Lian your own Lian. But if you Dar the Lian, you're going to have all the cocks coming, and then you're going to have a Lian there to defend. So it works pretty well to Dar the Lian on defense. Space Pilot versus Mintberry Crunch. I like the idea of Mintberry Crunch just kind of because there's no fucking thing to deal with them. You'd have to Labard and poison him to even have a chance, and I think even that wouldn't kill a leveled Mintberry Crunch. So for free to play, Mintberry Crunch is more interesting. But for most decks, obviously you're going to want to do the Space Pilot to save the caps on the early week, and Space Pilot Bradley is going to come in very clutch, going to do a lot of work. And even just with the Sexy Nun Randy, every time he uses the ability with Space Pilot out, it's going to be a stun, right? So that's going to be pretty good. We have Osimo and Zen this week. The cost, I think, is going to be what's going to make you pick the Zen. Zen is a staple card. There's nothing to really remove him, or no card that really deals with him very well either. Obviously the Zen gets kind of eaten away by the Space Pilot assassins, but having the Zen might be your only chance to deal with them. Now the Osimo is potentially very brutal this week with no sorts of removal, but there is the Lian, so all you'd have to do really is, put your Lian opposite the Osimo and it'll die. So I don't think that extra energy is going to be useful, because you can't get Osimo and Sexy Nun out at the same time. But I mean, with that Lian slot at that 5 slot, that's 3 cards at 5 slot, so that's kind of a lot. You could be stuck in your hand and not have great cards to play in that case. But for most cases, you could play Osimo in any situation. But I think you're gonna want that Zen, that low cost Zen, so that you can put your Randy behind it, or even put your Mintberry Crunch behind it. Put your range cards behind it. Get that Ninju behind it as well on the whatever target you're going to put it on, and then, you know, use that health to really soak up a lot of the damage. Use that stun, cheap, lot of damage. I think that's going to be the choice. But Asimo, you'll see Asimo. You won't not see Asimo. People will think he's a good choice. They might save caps elsewhere, but it's a good place to save caps too, because you don't really need to bring Zen to 6. Pigeons versus Sexy Nun. Like I said earlier, Sexy Nun's going to be like a big part of this week. Probably like the biggest part of this week is going to be whether or not the pigeons, whether or not the Sexy Nun gets good damage off or gets good positioning and doesn't get Leaned basically. So Sexy Nun, I don't think you're gonna run into a deck that's not running Sexy Nun. Unless you could run into a deck that's running Mintberry Crunch, Pigeons, and Asimo, but even then, the poison kills the Mintberry Crunch Pigeons anyway, so what the fuck's the point? The Super Fart might even do it. Leanne versus Garrison. You gotta go with the Leanne. There's too many swarms out there for Garrison to be useful with his ability. His AoE damage isn't useful. It takes like 3 hits to kill fucking Cox anyway, and he wouldn't be leveled very high anyway. So, I mean, Garrison just isn't the choice. Leanne, even at level 3, deals with, what, 4 units or whatever, so it's definitely enough. It could potentially backfire and, you know, you bring a bunch of Cox to level 6 and you have to deal with them, but for the most part, you're going to be able to defend that, whether it's with Super Fart or whatever. So yeah, that might be something, you know, Super Fart's going to be important to protect against the Leanne Cox potentially, but for most instances, you're going to want to play the Leanne in a way where they can't just put all their units on them and get that. So maybe on defense next to your new kid on a big guy or something like that. And don't forget, Leanne, if she's leveled, does do pretty good damage. You lead with the Leanne, they can't just immediately remove her. Even if they put the rats on her, she'll kill the rats. So practice with Leanne a little bit. She's definitely brutal if you play her right. Labard versus Mosquito. I think you have to run the Labard this week just for the for the chance at the rats, or, you know, the monkey coming at you, or potentially a bunch of gizmos coming at you. It's going to be important to have that Labard to deal with that, and the Mosquito doesn't really get a huge benefit this week, although Mosquito and the Ninju could be pretty useful for sure, but I think Labard's definitely the choice. Labard could get that Ninju boost and do fairly well as well. Then we have Monkey versus Chaos. We talked about this a little bit earlier. The Chaos is probably the better overall pick. If you run Space Pilot, it is a very real discussion though on whether or not to run the Monkey, because I think the Monkey gets a little bit more of an advantage, because the advantage of Space Pilot is that speed and getting it out there immediately and taking New Kid by surprise at level 14. So if you drop that Monkey, he's immediately halfway to the New Kid. And he stunned everybody around him. So I think that's a good choice for sure. Hamsters versus Gizmo. I'm torn on this one. I think the hamsters are actually fairly good. They do get affected by Super Fart though right now. I don't think it's intentional. I think that is a glitch, but they do get affected by the Super Fart. So unfortunately you can't, you know, bank on surviving that, but it would not get affected by the poison. So there is that. SPPD is just bait this week. Yeah, SPB, yeah, for sure. He's just gonna get poisoned most likely, but gotta see what happens. Javier, welcome. The Gizmo, you know, we all hate the Gizmo, but with the Space Pilot, he's okay. I mean, with the Mintberry Crunch, he's okay. But with the Labard out there, I think with the Labard as an option, you just don't want to run them. You know, you could get a fat stacked Gizmo and they all die to the Labard still. So I can't find a reason in my head to play Gizmo. Something I was thinking, guys, what if Dar kills the second Gizmo? Wait, no, that wouldn't work. I'm trying to think of how you could, because if you brought the second Gizmo back, you'd still have the second Gizmo. Now that wouldn't really matter. It'd be better to just use the Gizmo again than to kill it and get another one. That'd be too bad. If he had it, Gizmo should have a death wish where he does something. Totally confirmed the bug that is affecting hamsters. Yeah. Dar the 19th Gizmo. See, that wouldn't work because he'd come back. Well, the question would be, if you Dar If you Dar one of the second units, does he come back full Gizmo health, or does he come back... If he comes back full Gizmo health, then it would be good to drop the Gizmo, get 3 Gizmos, and then Dar back the 3rd Gizmo, because then you'd have 2 Gizmos that are popping out the full health Gizmos. So that would be the question. We'd have to we'd have to figure that out, Cloud. We'd have to figure out if he comes back at the full health level, like the full health, or if he comes back at that. Because I think, based on how I know that card works, I believe, now I could be wrong here, but I believe that there's a copy of Gizmo, just like the choir boys, the little choir boys that they have a card, they have an actual card. Gizmo Ike has different cards for each of his levels at the base level. So level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 7, he had a card that is his base level stats. So if you if you use your ability on a max level 6 Gizmo, I believe your second Gizmo will only have half of the health of a minimum tier Gizmo, right? So you have him at these different levels, and it's just the base that they keep halving. So they have all these different options of Ike, but for each level. So they have level 6, half of level 6, half of level 6, half of level 6. They have level 5, half of level 5, half of level 5, half of level 5, until it gets down to a meaningless amount. And then once it gets to 1 and 1, it doesn't matter, right? So when you bring back that Gizmo, what you're actually doing is you're not bringing back a Gizmo that has less health. You're bringing back that version of that Gizmo. You're bringing back that card. So my guess is that if you were to Dar that card, you would get that card back. And in fact, to the point where the glitch might happen where you get the level 2 Gizmo. You bring back a level 2 Gizmo. That would be interesting. But no, that's my guess, is that it wouldn't be the full health, but that would be awesome. Because if it was, that means that you could have a bunch of Gizmos that actually matter, that actually have a decent amount of attack. Because as it is now, by the time you get to the 4th or 5th Gizmo, they're worthless. They're worthless. New Kid hits him in one shot and kills him. I don't know. Think of what makes sense, then do the opposite. I mean, the Gizmo would be great if you had, well, yeah, because you could have a Gizmo up top, and then you could Dar the Gizmo below you, so you'd have Gizmos up top, and then you have Gizmos up bottom. Exactly, you could mix, and that's the problem with, dude, that's interesting. That's the problem with Gizmo, is the fact that they're all just clumped together, right? So if you could separate them and have, fuck, that's really interesting. You get the Gizmo up top, you do the first Gizmo, you immediately kill that one, and you go to the bottom with them. Then you have one Gizmo bottom with the half speed charge, right? So he gets a charge back immediately. Interesting. Interesting. That sounds like fun. I might have to try that. A Dar superhero deck, or not superhero, Dar sci-fi deck with him, and you could run Space Pilot with that too. Ooh, that sounds interesting. That might be something fun we have to do on the next stream. Yeah, then watch the whole screen poof. Yeah, it's definitely not good this week because the Labard does it no matter what, but you're usually afraid of the Satan, you're afraid of the Rogue or something like that. So yeah, most of the time you'll still get fucking arrow stormed, but it could be really good. It could be really good. There's gonna be at least one game where the guy just can't fucking deal with it and your Gizmos just brutalize him. I'd love to see, I'm gonna be excited to play on the Adventure Lock and play on Moody and stuff, because to see if we go up against the City Walk guy, to see if anybody runs City Walk guy and see if we get some like Coon City Walk stuff like that. Labard's buried, yeah, it's true. If you do it first thing and Labard's the last card, or you do it right after they use Labard, then you're safe. They can't poison you. And once they poison you, that's when you Dar the other one back. But yeah, that's an interesting idea. That actually sounds like a really fun deck to put together. I think I'm gonna give that a shot. We could do that on on definitely not Glanz, and we could see what happens there. But there's no update, guys. So that actually does it for the South Park Phone Destroyer weekly update for 8:45. No, I'm just kidding. For 8/3, August 3rd, 2020, week number 32. Team Wars started on week 4 of year 1. It wasn't year 1 of the game, but it was the year 1 of Team Wars. It was almost year 2. So we're at about 2.5 or 2 3/4 of a year of years playing, I think. What the fuck did you just say, Akuma? Glanzenwe? Glanzenwe? How does that even get fucked up to that? Let's try it unlocked. Yeah, I mean, we could, yeah. I mean, that's not a bad idea. Run City Walk guy unlocked with Coop level 1. Maybe. Oh, are you asking if I'm gonna play something tonight? No, the update still went pretty long, even though we didn't have the update. I kind of dragged everything else out. But we are going to do a giveaway for one of the cards, and we're going to do that within the video. So tomorrow morning, this will get posted, and be on the lookout for which card you're going to have a chance of winning. All you're going to have to do is leave a comment, and that'll be all you need to do. Noobs don't know what's going on. Yeah, that'd be fun to have the City Walk. I think the City Walk guy, though, should damage based on the level of what he's blowing up instead of his level. And then his level should just change the charge speed or something. Or maybe make it... No, I wouldn't like that. I like that it's global. Maybe make it not global? No. Maybe... I don't know how you do it. There's got to be some way to do it. Because the thing that sucks is that it just kills them all indiscriminately, and that could be detrimental to you at certain points. So yeah, bait Labard on the pigeons first. The only problem is that that unfortunately wouldn't work if Gizmo was level 2, because the same problem happens where he doesn't have good stats. Glands are replaying something. Oh, I gotcha. No, we're gonna call it normal. Like a normal stream tonight. But appreciate you guys all being here. Don't forget, we got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday as per usual this week. Make sure you check the schedule. I'm gonna put the schedule out probably later tonight. Everyone else's cards are level 2. That's not always true. I lost to a guy on Adventure Lock this week that had level 4 epics, like across the board. If we happen to match up somebody else that's in like one of the 5 50-50 groups that are in bronze right now, you know, they have pretty decent decks. But yeah, so in the comments below is how you'll win the copy of the physical South Park Phone Destroyer card. We have a bunch of different ones. I'll let you know in the comments or in the description which card you're gonna win. I'm feeling something like the Coon or something, maybe. I don't know, I haven't decided. Maybe the Coon, since the Coon was in this week's Team Wars, we'll put the Coon. Comment below, exactly. But we will see. I appreciate you guys being here. Make sure you check out the YouTube video tomorrow for the chance to win. And if you're watching on YouTube right now, you probably didn't get this far. So fuck ya. We'll see you guys around. Have a good one.